Hello, this is Chaplain Chuck and welcome. This is my playlist called Recovery in Religion and Philosophy. So in this case, one of the great Stoics, who was Marcus Aurelius, we're going to find out. And of course, you might recognize this guy, maybe from the 2000 Best Picture Oscar winner, Gladiator. He was the gladiator. He was confronting the Emperor Commodus. Okay, so we're going to see a little bit about the beginning of that movie to see jog your memory. Probably most of you have seen it. If not, that's okay. Just a little something to connect with. Okay.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix legions, loyal servant to the true emperor Marcus Aurelius.
Okay. You want to see it again? Anyway, this movie had Russell Crowe, who did not accept Commodus, who was the man with the laurel wreath you saw standing to the left. He did not accept him as the new emperor. He said, no, I remain loyal to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius. So why did he have trouble accepting the new emperor? By the way, he had served in the legions of Marcus Aurelius, but also Commodus, okay? Marcus Aurelius was shaped by Stoicism, which is mastery of the mind, okay? Even though he was ruler of the known world at the time, we're going to get into that. What were some of his famous quotes? Commodus was driven by ego and power. And if you see the movie, I'm not going to tell you how his life ended, but whatever. So Marcus Aurelius was considered one of the 5 good emperors. Trajan, Hadrian, Nevus were some of the 5 called the 5 good emperors. They were right in a row at the end of the 2nd century, beginning of the 3rd. And his private reflections, meditations, was found after his death. So he never really thought, I don't think anyone will be going through this. This was his own spiritual journey in a way, his own spiritual journal, which I do every day myself. He had studied the Stoics who came prior to him, so these ideas weren't necessarily just his, but his writings were a daily exercise. Okay, and interesting, and we didn't see that until after he died. I wonder if he thought that that was going to happen and the whole world would know this. Okay, so meditations. What does he say in his book on meditation? So I put them together in categories. He talks about inner strength. Again, you're the most powerful man in the world. Why do you need inner strength? We'll find out. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. So in a lot of ways, this of course in program in 12 steps, in recovery. I was at a recovery meeting, Dharma recovery Saturday, and it was they were using Buddhist meditation to become mindful and control our thoughts. So you have power over your mind, but not outside events. How much power do we really have? So that's good. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you've seen some of my episodes with the feeling wheel, the 3 core negative emotions are mad, sad, and scared. So if you are mad, sad, and scared, those are the core of your negative thoughts. The quality of your thoughts would be if you're thinking in a sense of power, confidence, love, peace, and joy. Those are the 3 core positive emotions according to the feeling wheel that I use. Okay. Meditation is also, there's certain quotes we can put together called the present. This is an easy one. Confine yourself to the present, you know. Don't spend too much time on yesterday or thinking about tomorrow. Do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. So it's interesting. The same things that are blocking us from being in the present are the things that are blocking us that eventually we're going to have to meet in the future. So if there's an unresolved conflict or relationship issue or substance abuse issue, whatever that is, it's keeping you from sobriety in the future. That's keeping you from having happiness in the future. those are the things we need to work through. Again, do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. So you be reasonable in your thought, not emotional, okay? Be reasonable. Use reason and not get, triggered emotionally and upset and mad and scared and all that other stuff, okay? This is about character. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This is one of the big things I hear in recovery. People going through recovery from depression, from all kinds of things. I don't deserve it. I'm so bad. Shame is one of the common things that come up. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Because a lot of times we judge ourselves and say, oh, they're such a good man. Oh, such a good person. And I know my wife always says, you're no better or no worse than anyone else. And I use that as sort of my baseline, that we're all on an even baseline. We're all just in different areas of discovery and different levels of awareness and functioning, frankly. At one point I was barely functioning, so, Anyway, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Just be one. Be good. Kirpal Singh, a great Eastern mystic, said, be good, do good, be one. So quit worrying about other people. Oh, in 12 steps we say don't take other people's inventory. Step 4, take our own inventory. Look at our own shortcomings. 6, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Don't you love this? Some of these things are like really different. 6 is very unusual. The best revenge, in other words, don't become like the person you don't like. The reason they're your enemy is because you don't like them, right? You disagree, you don't like their character, you don't like their positions, they've done something to you. The best revenge is not to be like them. So in other words, go high, not low. If you think they're going low, go high, I would say. That would be one of the many ways you could frame it, really. Okay. Adversity and resilience, that's another topic. So these are some of the quotes we found there. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is a little bit similar to quotes a couple of slides ago. The impediment to action advances action. So whatever's in your way right now, what stands in the way becomes the way. That's the thing, I think what he's saying, that's the thing we need to work on right now so that we can move forward, okay? If we do that, then we can move forward. But today, we're still living in today. We're not worried about tomorrow, but if we're seeing that we have a blockage or a barrier, work through that today. Number 8, accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny. I love that. Whatever comes to you. I've talked in some of my other videos about job loss and things like that happen. I've had many job losses, firings, being laid off, sometimes due to drinking and drug use. Accept whatever comes to you. So whatever happened that made me change and veer course and go into another career, get into recovery programs, and then even then get laid off, and then something else happened. This weaving back and forth, the new high school opening, I picked to go there, started a whole new curriculum, all of that changed. That was upsetting the apple cart, and yet so many good things come out of all of those changes, those things that come to us that really are difficult at the time quite often, and yet they form who we are and they direct us, like my retirement led me to becoming a chaplain. Being unhappy in retirement. How come I'm not happy in retirement? I have a pension, I don't have to work. Why am I working? Okay, well, I found out I like to work. Final thoughts. Everything you hear is an opinion. These are just some miscellaneous quotes that I found from him. Everything you hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not a truth. Social media, anyone? Everybody's opinionating, giving their 2 cents more often than we need, and I think it just drags us down. I'm really not that interested in other people's points of views, not all day long. I like to have a good share with someone and discuss things, but realize that what they're saying is it's just an opinion or their perspective. It's not necessarily the truth. So I think things you hear online or hear people say or talk shows, can't always take that as the truth, like we say the Bible truth, some of us. Know where you go is more peaceful, more free of interruption than your own soul. Know where you can go. Even the throne room for Marcus Aurelius, with the suffocants surrounding him saying, oh, emperor, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of them, they were vying for his position, and there were always stresses, the intrigue of the court and so on. So to find peace, he found peace within his own soul. I think that was interesting. And the idea of having a soul was a Greek idea. It didn't really quite exist much before that. So Marcus Aurelius, what a great guy. Reflections for Meditations. Not only was he the richest, most powerful man of his age, think about it, but he helped set us straight on how to truly live well one day at a time. Beautiful. So thank you for joining us. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Good job, buddy.
Think that was okay?